Good morning, everybody. Well, good Lord give us another one. I'm up here at the Moes tackle box, and we're gonna go over a few things, new baits that Mike's made. Anyway, I'm gonna send y'all to the experts over here.
How we doing?
We got Mr. Mike, we got Jared. We're sitting up here just bull crapping, carrying on, but like we usually do, talking about fish and why we can't get them to bite. I think it's just because we suck fishing. But anyway, let's go over some of this here, some of these baits. All right, Mr. Mike, come on, explain these things to them, brother. They sure look good, I know that. Dang. All right, we got the creamsicle right here. Now we ain't got, this is a new mold Mr. Mike's got. And him and Jared been shooting some colors, but that's the old dreamsicle.
We just got to get Jeff out here practicing.
Yeah, we just got to get out there and see what we can do with him. I think it's gonna be an excellent bait, dude. I do, especially that color. But and he's also got the electric chicken right here. Y'all can see that. That thing looks good too. That's a good looking color right there, Mike.
I think it's gonna do good.
I think it's gonna do real good.
And Old Faithful.
Now look at here. That's the bait that's made it all, buddy. Yes, sir. Pearlback chartreuse, man. And we called that what? The adrenaline junkie?
Adrenaline junkie.
Adrenaline junkie. But y'all know, y'all seen me catch a ton of fish on that color right there. So, but, and then we got, we ain't come up with a name with this one yet, have we?
No.
But that right there is a good one. That one's already been proven by Mr. Jared. He fishes down there at the dam a lot. He, catches fish on that color right there. Now this right here is, I don't know why, but I've actually caught a few fish on this one, which y'all seen in my videos. The old purple pimp.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I think that's gonna do good. I love the name too, purple pimp. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Huh?
But and then we got the candy corn.
And everybody likes candy corn.
Miss Jerry, you've been catching blow down on the candy corn.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yep, that color right there.
I think this is probably my favorite looking color. Now it looks good in the bag.
That was a fun one to make.
Yeah.
It definitely was odd looking before it went together.
It sure looks good though.
It's gonna be the neon chicken now.
Okay, that's gonna be the neon chicken.
Or nuclear chicken.
Nuclear.
Is it nuclear chicken?
Nuclear chicken. Sorry.
Okay, we're gonna do the nuclear chicken on that right there, y'all. It sure looks good. I guarantee it's gonna catch some fish. Any of this stuff right here, y'all, you can call up here to the store and get with Mr. Mike or Miss Jessica, whatever. Anyway, order it and they'll ship it to you. Ain't no problem. And he also does his ACC sticks that way. If you need an ACC stick or whatever, just get with him. He can ship them to you too. Ain't no problem. Reels, the whole 9 yard line, everything. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about fishing, y'all. What's been going on out there with these fish? Tell them, Mike. You know all about this
They're
stuff.
currently in a frozen state, and you have to really give them time to wiggle.
That's right,
And
man.
they're not wiggling very quickly.
They're not wiggling very quickly. That's for darn sure, man. It's been tough here.
Yeah.
It's been tough. What
So-
you think there, Jared?
Me and Jude caught one catfish 2 days ago. We've been catching a lot lately. We had a fish fry at the church, and we caught us about 50 pounds down there below the dam, and he wanted to go to the evening and caught one little shoal bass about 6 inches long and one catfish. So,
Yeah. I bet Jude was happy though.
yeah, he was happy.
He was happy.
Running around playing with his Orby gun, and pole bent over, and he threw it down, and we almost left it out there.
Now let me tell y'all. His son is not your average. How old is he now?
He's 5.
5. Now I'm telling you, this is no exaggeration. This 5-year-old can fish just as good as any adult. I'm talking about bait caster. It don't matter. He can fish it all. He can fish for bass, the whole 9 yards. This kid loves fishing. He loves it almost as much as me. Not quite, but he's getting there. But this kid can fish. Now I'm telling you, he's gonna be a force when he gets on up there. But let's talk about something else, y'all. And y'all know what it is. It's coming. It's coming. Live scope.
And then boom, right on the head. You're gonna see the head before it hits them in the head. And,
No.
Make you angry. You watch them watch your bait, and you hit them in the head, and they just looking at you.
Yeah. Now I've commented on one of my videos. I was on the fence about live scope and getting it. And anyway, I don't know. I do think it has its good sides to it. You know, it saves you a little bit of time. You can see how the fish are reacting to your bait. Might need to change colors, do something like that. But I guess the problem I have with livescope, me personally, is my opinion, is, you know, people going out there catching 60, 90, just filling coolers up instead of being responsible. And, you know, just because they say you can keep 30 don't mean you got to keep everything you catch.
Conservation's going to be important.
That's it. That's it. It comes to, you know, just being responsible with that unit. And I don't know, y'all. I think I might try it out. I think his name was Mr. Michael yesterday. I ran into him up there up the river. Of course, he was fishing with his livescope, and I want to give a shout out to him. We sat there and had a good conversation about it. And just sitting beside him, I learned a lot about the way the crappie were acting yesterday. It's just things that you can see down there. You know, like he was sitting there telling me how they were reacting to his bait and everything. But they wasn't biting yesterday. And here I am thinking all day that I'm doing something wrong when actually I wasn't. They just wasn't biting. And he had to sit there and aggravate them. And he only had 6 at the time, and he had been there since that morning. So, but at least I won't be fishing empty water, I guess you call it. I mean, if I can see them, I know they're there, and it's just not me, you know, not knowing how to fish, you know what I mean? But in
the end, all I see is you're going to lose a lot less jigs and jig heads, and I may not be able to financially recover from it. And I started
that's the reason why Mike don't like it, because you ain't breaking your jigs.
Keep it out of the treetops. You'll see it right before it hits the treetop.
Yeah. You ain't going to catch the 3-pounder now.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah.
But
you might get the 3-pounder.
But y'all leave some comments. Let me know what y'all think about the livescope deal, and you know, give me some opinions, some of y'all's opinions on it. And I think it's gonna hurt the fishery on small reservoirs. If we don't fish responsibly, I think it's gonna hurt it. But you know, you got these real big lakes like Guntersville and places like that I don't think it'll, you know, hurt them. What do you think, Jared?
I agree with you. I think I've seen, and I know the river, you can't hurt the river, but I have seen in the last 4 years where people would come down and catch their limit of hybrids and, you know, white bass and everything, and now we haven't seen we catch them, but it's in spurts. Used to 3 or 4 years ago, and I think, you know, water flow's got something to do with it, but I do think something has gone on that the fish aren't there like they have been.
Right. I agree. I think the biologists and everybody need to, you know, at least look at it and see if, you know, maybe look at cutting the creel limit in half and putting a size limit on everything.
I think they should do. I think the 10-inch deal would help.
You think 10 or 11?
I'm all for bigger, you know, go to 11.
That's another thing with livescope is, my thinking, you know, a lot of these people now are targeting nothing but the big fish. The big fish.
Well, what I see a lot of, like when we do catch them in the river below the dam, you know, you catch one like this, a little brim size, they going in the bucket.
Right.
Well, look how many years it takes a crappie to get to the size that you want. I agree with you.
I could be wrong, but all the research I've done, for a crappie to get 14 inches long, it takes him almost 5 years.
Yeah, you know, you're looking at a 2-year-old fish.
Yeah.
You throw it back, then that's the one that's gonna be the size everybody wants to catch. Everybody wants a big crappie, but I think when you're catching the smaller ones, hey, it'll grease. Yeah, I'm like you see me. I'll throw them back at the dam, and people are just, ooh. I mean, I want a big one. I don't want one that I got a little tiny piece of fillet.
Yeah, and I understand, you know, the old school, you know, our granddaddies and all. They, you know, a lot of them like to eat them hand side. They like to fry them whole, and I understand that. There ain't nothing wrong with keeping a few of the small ones. But
if they did like a bluegill, we wouldn't have anything to worry about.
yeah, and so that's another issue too, Jared, is you know, bluegill, when that water temp hits 65, they're gonna start spawning every full moon. You know that. And they'll do it all the way until that water drops below that temp again. Well, everything that I've read on crappie, they spawn once a year just like bass.
They move in, and that water gets right.
Yeah.
You know, especially out here a couple years ago. Remember, right when we were going to have the spawn, they had to drop the lake.
Yeah.
Was it about 8 feet? It was last year, wasn't it?
It was last year they pulled it down.
It hurt. I think it hurt last year.
Yep, it hurt the catfish and everything last year, I think.
Because everything was moved up, ready to go, and they dropped the water, and they had to go somewhere.
That's right. That's right. I think you're exactly right. And then this year they pulled it down for, that was a regular scheduled pull down. This year.
Let's just hope we don't get the March, April rain that we had last year, because we were down. They had it down a long time because the dam was closed for.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was the picnic table and everything down there was underwater. So.
Yeah. And y'all, we for y'all that don't know, we fish Blackshear a lot over here in Georgia and in Cordele, Warwick area over here, and it's only 8,000 acres. And that's the reason why I say the smaller reservoirs, you know, I think it is going to have an effect on them. That's just my opinion. I have nothing against the live scopers, because that too, you do have to learn how to use that tool. You just don't put that joke on your boat and go start catching 100 crappie, because it don't work that way, you know. So, but anyway, I'm probably going to wind up trying, and I got a buddy that's going to let me use one of his that he's got and just go out there and just see how it works. But I'm a river rat, so I don't know how much good it's going to do me, but up there in that shallow water and everything, I don't know. But we're gonna try it and see what happens.
Before you know it, we don't see him right at the dead center of the channel.
Out there on the lake.
He's out there in the middle, out there off the dam, out there in the middle.
Well, all the hole buzzards is already taking over the holes. You're gonna have to find them differently.
What you think, Mr. Wade? Y'all, Mr. Wade done walked in on us and joined us here. What you think about the live scope, buddy?
Oh, I think that's pretty
You think
nice.
it's awesome, don't you?
I sure do.
Matter of fact,
I've had one for 2 years and hadn't caught a fish off of it. But I'm learning.
And that's what I'm saying.
At least you can see another down there. You just got to figure out what you're doing wrong.
You didn't bring the optional dynamite to throw out there when you see them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the hardest part, getting them to eat.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like they say, you got to learn the unit. You got to learn how to use it, and then you got to make the fish bite. So, but, the ones that are real good at it, they don't have no problems with it, you know. But it's just all in being responsible, like everything, you know, hunting, fishing, you know, just doing the right thing out there, and leaving some for the future and things like that. But if they keep leaving the water like they're leaving, the rate they're leaving it, I just don't think on a small body of water they're just gonna be able to keep up with the pressure. But you know, I could be wrong.
Hell, Okeechobee, they've been snowbirding. People have been hauling coolers and fish out for years down there, but they got a 30-mile circle and everybody just fishing the edges.
Right,
They
that's
can
right,
hide.
that's right. And see, you know, I've heard people comment, well, you put out corn for deer, that's only 3 months out of the year. This live scope is 24/7.
Could you imagine doing some bad hunting? See how people like that? They do bad fishing, but
Yeah.
I think that one's getting ready to have a baby. Good time to put it down.
But yeah, so I mean, I guess we're gonna try it out, y'all, and see. But anyway, we're gonna take a little break here, and we'll be back with y'all here in just a second. But anyway, this dude, I'm serious, y'all. That daggum unit was that big. Sitting right in front of him like that right there, and I'm like, good Lord, I even said something to him. I said, daggum, I said, I ain't never seen a screen that big, man. He said, yeah, he said, I'm gonna watch the game on it while I'm out there. And I don't know if they can really do that or not. I don't know, they might be able to, I don't know.
If he's got the deal on his phone, he can cast it to that screen from his
can
phone.
he? And actually watch TV on the thing? That's crazy.
So
man.
you can
That's
cast
wild.
it from your phone to your TV in your house.
Yeah.
if there's something that's, you know, YouTube or whatever that you don't have on your house TV,
Yeah.
you can cast it. There's some way you can plug it up, cast it to your TV, and watch it on the big TV. So that's how they watch the ball games out there on the water.
I
Well, if
don't
you
know.
get a livescope or a Lowrance over 12 inches and up,
Yeah.
it can actually have TV going on the screen. You can literally watch a ball game on the screen while you're live scoping.
Dang.
So you don't even have to turn your head. Or you can watch the bass tournament and see all the other people catching fish when I'm still wondering why I ain't catching it. Because that's happened to me too.
Oh Lord. But anyway, y'all, that's y'all, like I said, y'all leave me some comments, let me know what y'all think. And I'm not complaining. I'm just, I don't know, like I said, I was on the fence with it. Don't know, but what Mr. Michael showed me out there yesterday and all, you know, like, it saved me a lot of time, and you at least see how the fish are reacting to your bait and all that good stuff. So I don't want it to, because y'all know I'm a guide, but I'm still going to do the same thing. I'm still going to go out there. I'm still going to fish up the river. I'm still going to fish shallow. I'm still going to do this whole thing that I love to do and to teach other people how to do it. But if nothing else, it'll save me time finding the fish and things like that. And then everybody's been there and done it. Go out there and fish and not catch a darn thing. And you're sitting here thinking that it's you when it's actually not you. It's just, but at least I can see it, you know. And I can also show my customer that, you know, there's 60 of them sitting there. We just can't get these jokers to, you know, fire up or bite or whatever. And he ain't sitting back there going, man, this dude right here don't even know where the fish are at.
Yeah.
You know, at least they can see them, you know. But in most of the places up the river, and Jared, you're like that down below the dam. You know it like the back of your hand. I know the river section on the lake like the back of my hand. And yesterday, most of these spots that I was fishing, there's always fish there. And I just couldn't get over that. I'm like, what in the world's going on? I changed colors, you know, done everything, size of the jig head and all that, and just couldn't get bit. And so I was starting in the back of my mind, I'm like, dang dude, you done forgot how to fish or what? And I got to have content to post, so that's another thing that stresses you out, because you're out here trying to get content to post on YouTube, and you can't catch a darn fish to do it. You know, so just the live scope might put an end to that anyway. But
They're pretty well trained. You've hooked most of them at least once out there. And so now you're going to have to learn new tricks. to
learn
trick 'em
new
blue in.
tricks, yeah. But it did make me feel better, and nothing against Mr. Michael. He's as far as I know, and we sit and had a conversation. He seems to be a good guy, and but he, you know, he only has 6, and so him with the live scope, they just were not biting. So that made me feel a little better. That, you know, my spots are still good. They just, I probably couldn't get them to fire, but you know, it is what it is. But and plus the stuff I've read, you know, when the water temp hits 45 down here, they start staging. You know, we're going into pre-spawn, so I fished the mouths of creeks and stuff like that, and I still couldn't get bit. Now I did find one on my regular ranch. I did find a school. I know they were crappie, no doubt, and they were sitting in about 13 foot of water. I marked them, got over them, never could get them to bite. They were sitting down there, there was a log down there, and the limb come up off of it, and they were balled up right beside it. You know, they were suspended up a little bit right beside it. I couldn't get them jokers to hit nothing. So, and I did actually find that school with my old school, the ranch, you know. But I might well just take them off, throw them in the trash can. You know, live scope gonna take it. Hey, you just, if you ain't got live scope, man, you ain't no good.
I've got it, never used it.
And like Mr. Wade said, he's got it, and he ain't caught a fish off of it yet. But there again, it goes back to learning your equipment. Just like with the side scan and all that mess. You know, when it first come out, everybody was cheating with side scan, you know.
The guys that's good with it, good with it.
Yeah, the guys that learn it, and they're good with it. That's right. You're exactly
But not
right.
everybody gets to be out there every day
That's true.
and spend enough time to get good with it quick when you only got the weekend and one day here and there.
That's it, man. Yep, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. What else you want to show off, Mike? You got your reels back in.
Yeah, I've
Got your lures back.
several loose reels back in.
Yep.
I got extra rods in the back. I got
Y'all,
a couple sizes.
These jokers go quick. That ain't no joke.
And that's a new one, so it kept,
Yeah.
price did go up a little bit, but it's
Yeah, they went up on him, so Mr. Mike had no choice. Y'all know how it is. He had to go up a little bit.
I think it's a 6-ball bearing reel now though instead of just a 4.
7.
Is it a 6?
I think they added some stuff to it. And a little bit of fancy paint on it.
There's 6 ball bearings.
And I think the other one's 4.
Okay.
6 is moved up to a 6.6 pound drag too.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that's why they raised the price up
Yeah,
on
and
it.
that's the Wally Marshall, y'all.
It's $6
75.
more now.
But I honestly, I like the green in it now that they put on it, and the gold and all.
A little classier looking.
Yeah, a little classier looking. And these go right here, to me, they go good with the ACC stick. You know,
Yeah, they
and
look-
he has sold a ton of these things,
Yeah.
and I know Mike, he appreciates it a lot, man. But he has moved a ton of these and the ACC sticks. He has straight sold the crap out of them. He's got them back up in stock now, 'cause he was out of the reels, and so he just got his stock back up on them and everything. So, but he also makes his own jig heads and stuff too, and he got them things looking good too.
I'm getting better at
You're
it.
getting a lot better at it. Him and Jared over there. But yeah, I mean, he's doing good with them, y'all.
Well, he's got the wife at home tying jigs.
Yeah, he ain't got no wife there tying hair jigs.
She's a lot better at that than me.
But look at that, y'all. That old jig looks good. Doing a real good job.
Well, they're not perfect right there, but they're all hand done.
Yeah, they all hand done. And that's another thing too, y'all. If y'all got a special color or something that y'all want to try, you got in your head, y'all call up here and get with Mr. Mike. And,
We'll try to get it.
Yeah, him and Jared try to get it done, and send y'all some. And heck, who knows, man? Y'all might come up with a good color or something. But
And I'm pretty excited that Jay Beffa has bought out Strike Force
oh man,
Fish
yeah, I
Attractant,
can't wait. to
and
do
he is
that.
sending us some samples, and I'm sure I'm going to be buying some to have in the store, and I'll be able to ship
You
it
got
as
an old
well.
bottle over there, don't you?
Yeah, this is an old bottle before he bought it
Yeah,
that I got
before he bought it out.
in Okeechobee, Florida. Oh, it's about falling apart.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. It seemed like there's something to it. We love the thump gel too, but
Yeah,
everybody wants options.
that's right. They want options. But I can tell y'all, this is what Mr. Mike was spraying on his baits.
Yeah. I've had to dilute it way down
yeah.
with some oil because I ran out and couldn't get any, and now that somebody's got it again.
Yes, and it got bought out by
Jay Beffa.
Jay Beffa, yes. And I think Mr. J commented on one of my videos, and Mr. J, I truly appreciate that. Shout out to Strike Force, and I'm telling you, man, I'm excited about getting it, dude.
It'll be on my baits.
Yeah.
And he actually went through, said the plastic bottle, they was afraid to degraded the product inside, so he's going to be an aluminum bottle that's got a coating in it, so it's
Oh,
supposed
man.
to not ever lose anything if you leave it in your boat.
Yeah.
Which I've had that for 2 years.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
yeah,
can't
but
wait.
they do say those bottles like that on the sun
plastic
and the weather, they'll it's just like they tell you when you got water bottles, don't leave them in the back of your truck or your boat for much time, because you're gonna be drinking that petroleum that they use to make that plastic. I've never noticed it, but some people say that they can taste the difference in it when it's a fresh bottle than a bottle that's been in the back of the truck for a week or so.
That reminds me and Mike was, this has been years ago, but me and Mike was up at Lake Oconee practicing for a bass tournament up there. Anyway, when we went off like that, we'd usually get Papa John's pizzas or something delivered, and anyway, we was using JJ's Magic all day, on our baits and stuff. Well, it gets on your hands.
Probably good on pizza.
Let me tell you something. This is no exaggeration, man. I got my pizza, put it on my little plate, went to eating on it and everything. I got on up there close to where the crust was at. I'm like, boy, they put the garlic on here strong, didn't they? It was that dang JJ's Magic coming off of my hands.
I'm sure it's good for you.
Well, normally you go in there and wash your hands, but I didn't even think about it, so.
We fish.
Yeah, we fish. So
Worm guts, fish guts, they just add to the flavor.
Oh, man. My wife, she gets on me, in the springtime, we go to kitchen and brim and all, get out there and I'll be wiping my hands on my dang pants and shorts.
Jude's the same way, and you don't know what that smell is. And remember, oh man, buddy, you done wiped your hands all over your clothes.
Yeah. So it was so bad she done went and bought me some rags now to put in the boat. But yeah, she crawled my butt about that crap.
That's another thing that's gonna be fun this spring is trying some of those little 1.25s on those bluegill on them shoals down below the river.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Yes,
if we can do it, last year you really couldn't. It was either closed because of the high flow, or it was shut, because they didn't didn't have enough water to.
Cause I never even got to. Well, the only time I really fished it, me and Mike fished it one time and caught some shoal bass, and then you know, we fished that brim tournament down there, and other than that, we ain't really like you said.
I did good when the good time was right before Mother's Day and a couple other times, but normally when you can go down there and just catch some great big ones, they had it closed, and then they didn't open it back up because they had something about maintenance or the dirt pit down there had washed away, and it was because that one guy drove down there and it was dark at night, and he went around the boat ramp, was gonna drive down there where the catfish at, and he drove off in that sinkhole.
Man.
Record truck was down there for me and Jude watched them for a little bit while we were fishing, but they were down there about 3 hours getting that poor fella out.
Dang.
He was backing up instead of just driving up and stopping. He was gonna back up as far as he could, and when he did, the sand had. You probably seen that big hole. They filled it in now, but he went right off in front of his truck and sit up like this. So.
Matter of fact, that was because we went down to 32. I think that's when me and you went, Mike. Them guys were down there, and he said that they had to get pulled out up here. That might have been them. Yeah, they were from out of town.
Yeah. They were. Yeah, they weren't from around here. But it took them bad boys 3 hours to pull them out. I hate to see that record bill.
But this is the little bait Jerry's talking about right here, y'all. And this is what the 1.25.
Yeah.
The 1.25.
I might have to make special hooks for it to be really efficient.
Yeah, now Mr. Mike's got this size. He got colors, you know, all these other colors in this size right here too, the 1.25. Yeah, I think you're right, Jared. I think this 1.25 is going to kill these daggone bluegill this year. Heck, I might not have to use crickets or anything at all. I mean, if these are working.
You know, another thing I think that color, you know, a lot of people love that black and green or black and yellow beetle spin.
Yeah.
You put them bodies on a little beetle spin. With a little number 8 hook.
Yeah, I didn't even
24, 32nd ounce. Throw it out there. I bet you them would. Would work good on there.
I bet so, man. But yeah, that's gonna be a good bait for the brims for sure.
I don't know what it is, but that black with that, you know, yellow with that, every now and then they got a little red belly right up under it.
Yeah.
For some reason, that black and yellow has always been my favorite to use for bluegill.
I just hate that we didn't get catch none of them giant shell cracker.
No.
Last year.
Nope.
I never got to catch them, and you know the big bluegill pull up there. And
I did catch, you know, 5 or 6 times, caught a great pile of them. The big bluegill. Mike couldn't believe how big they were. He said he never need. I said, man, if I could really get down the river and fish on those shoals, we'll catch some even bigger than these.
Yes, yep, you're exactly right.
But the water's got to be right for that. You got to have the current. You got to have, if you ain't got the current and the flow.
Yeah.
It's
a totally different world, man.
It is weird. You never think about catching a bluegill and swift running water. It looked like water you'd be fishing for rainbow trout in.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, y'all, I'm serious, them bluegill are that thick. I mean, down below the dam, they are huge.
A pound a quarter is.
That's average.
That's your average.
Yeah, that's your average. And
the biggest one I caught last year was just a tad short of 2 pounds.
Yep. Now, the biggest shell cracker I caught last year was over here at Crow Marty on that end of the Flint. And I actually weighed it, and it was 1 pound 3 ounces. But I actually caught it on. I was fishing for crappie.
Can you imagine catching what was that lady up there on the lake here? 3 pound. What was a shell cracker? 4 pound. Can you imagine they thought they had a bass.
I believe it, man. Cause them daggum shell crackers don't weigh, you know, a pound or something.
Well, when I caught it was almost 2 pounds. Just
hey, and you're fishing in the current too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you thinking about looking at what she had.
Yeah.
They got it mounted. And
You know what I'd like to see, Jared?
What's that?
I'd like to see Mr. Richard Jean, the fishing machine, come down here and fish with his 1 pound test line down there today.
Well, hey, I use 4 pounds. So
Yeah,
you know,
well,
everybody jokes at me because
Yeah.
I'll hook into one of those big hybrids every now and then.
Yeah.
And
It's all in your drag.
well, I got that 7.6 ACC crappie stick with a
Yeah.
little reel and 4 pound line, and I just let him go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then once he gets out of the current, I can bring him back. But
Yeah.
they looking at me because they got the big bass rods and 14 pound test line, and they catch them and get them in there.
Yeah.
I sit there and
Well,
it's a fight.
you know, that's what Mr. Richard said on his videos. He's like, you know, I do this for me. I enjoy testing my skills and all with the 1 pound test line and stuff. And because he catches some giant brim too now. He catches some big brim. But me, I'd break it off on the hook
Can
set.
you see me down there with 1 pound line trying to catch them in the current there at the floodgates? Woo.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
People would be complaining in Mike about all the line getting tangled up out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they'll be able to break that though.
Yeah.
We're hooking into stuff out there I can't break with 12 and
There.
15 pounds.
I pulled up, a couple weeks ago, me and Jude were out there, and man, I pulled in somebody's old rod and reel, and it had 8 ounces of lead on it. It was an old one to like a deep sea type reel and rod. Man, that thing had been no telling how long been out there, but I was hung, and I finally grabbed it and backed up, and it went to moving, and Jude said, "Daddy, you caught a fishing pole."
Oh man, yeah, but I don't know, man. That's all the baits you got that's new, ain't it, Mike? Them right
Yeah, I
there.
think that's the majority of it.
Yeah,
That newest one, when they get the other colors out,
yeah. Cause y'all, he's gonna, like I said, he's gonna make these in all the other colors.
I just got it yesterday though. So.
Yeah, he just got his mold yesterday, and they just throwing some stuff together yesterday. But that dreamsicle right there, I guarantee you, it's gonna catch fish. And he's also, of course, gonna make the adrenaline junkie right there, the pearl and chartreuse.
Yep.
So we're gonna definitely make it in that color.
I got new stuff coming in almost every day. Orders,
Yeah.
glitters, pearls.
Yeah. So, but like I said, if y'all got a certain color that y'all want made, just call up here and I'll put the phone number on there like I always do. Call up here and talk to Mr. Mike, and they'll get you hooked up and get them to you. Anything in this shop, y'all. If you're looking for something, just give him a call and see if he got it. If he's got it, I can guarantee you that he's not going to be maybe $1 or so more than like Tackle Warehouse or anything else. But
We tried on it.
yeah, so he's you know, he does a real good job, him and Miss Jessica up here running this store. They do awesome work. And but yeah, just try to support the little people if you can. I understand sometimes you ain't got a choice, you got to get it off the web and Amazon and all that crap, because you just can't find it nowhere else. But I always give the little man the first shot anyway. So you call up here and see if Mr. Mike's got it. And he's pretty much, I mean, come to bass fishing too, I mean, he's got just about everything in here that you could need. I mean, there might be some specialty items or something out there, but other than that, he's
You don't
got
have
it.
any of the little cricket bug made up.
Not made up.
You ain't got none of them
They
made
take a
up.
lot of work to get them to shoot this right.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
got to
have
be.
really
It's
play
got to
with
be
it.
hot enough. But there is another bait that may be
Yeah.
possibly being
Yeah.
seen. It's
It
one
looks
of
really good.
It's one of my molds, but it's really.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, y'all. You didn't have none hanging up here,
No, I've
Mike?
been giving. Well, I give them all to Jared so he could go try them out.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I got Junior going trying out bass lures this
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
I can't fish and sell 'em.
Yeah, poor Mr. Mike, he can't even go fish and test his own
I'm
baits.
like, here's you some baits. Go see if we can catch
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But so far, y'all, everything that Mr. Mike makes, you know, we've caught fish on. You know, there's a few that stands out above the rest, of course, but you know, being like the adrenaline junkie, I mean,
Had to go raid Jude's little box.
oh, okay, you got one? Oh, yeah.
That's in the
Yeah.
nuclear chicken.
Yep. Now this one's in a nuclear chicken, y'all. That they poured up. But that little bait right there, I guarantee you that little joker's gonna kill some bluegill this year. And shellcracker. No doubt in my mind. So y'all probably be seeing this one more in my videos when that time comes to fish with them. And I don't say, I mean, it'd probably catch a crappie too, honestly. I think it would. You know,
it's just a harder one to shoot to get those little tails to come out. It'll
so,
shoot
it's
half
so
of them.
thin.
Yeah.
It's got to be the right temperature, and the mold's got to be really hot.
Yeah.
Because when that plastic hits that, it'll pour half of that tail, but with it being cool, when that plastic is such a thin draw for that tail,
Yeah.
it catches and it sets up before it gets all the way to the
We'll
tip.
get better with it though.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good.
But luckily, with your subscribers and the store base we got, they've kept me pretty busy trying to keep my shelf.
Yep, and that's another thing. We appreciate that too, y'all.
It's helping.
Yep, Mr. Mike thoroughly appreciates y'all's support out there, and the call-ins and all the stuff that he's getting. And it's helping them out a ton. Y'all have no idea how much. I mean, you know, $20, $25. You know, per order, that means a lot to y'all.
That's a big extra.
That's a big extra. And I mean, that stuff adds up. So the order's not too small, so don't think that. I mean, if you want to try out a couple packs of this.
We ship one pack at a time. I mean,
yeah,
but the
it don't
shipping,
matter.
we can't help the shipping price.
Yeah, you can't help the shipping. I mean, and then pray to the Lord that, well, better not say that.
You can think it and I can speak it right now.
The sad part is you can get 5 or 6 packs and the shipping's almost the same. I mean, there's no difference.
One pack to 4 or 5 packs when you do shipping,
Yeah.
it might be a few cents different. It's gonna be a certain rate up to a certain weight. It don't matter what you got there.
Yeah,
But what's cool to me is when I'll talk to Mike on message back and forth, or up here talk to him in the mornings. Man, can you believe I'm sending something to Iowa? Man, it's so cool seeing where these videos are reaching. You just without thinking. I mean, you see the big time TV shows and stuff that are on TV that have their YouTube channels and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, you see, and then they got stuff all over. But when you got somebody from California or Texas or Louisiana, they're calling here and getting it shipped to them from right here, going all the way to Louisiana. He's got, Louisiana, Carolinas.
That's
Illinois, that guy, he called like 3 times back. And he's catching fish up there, he said. So that's
you've sent
good
him a
feedback
rod.
from most people.
He got a rod.
He's wanting nets,
a couple
I got
top
him laid
nets.
back there for it.
Yeah,
But-
so, I mean, they Mr. Mike and them appreciate it. I mean, it's just unreal. It's a blessing.
Check it out. ACC Crappie Sticks dropped him
Yeah, they actually sent me a sponsored link on my page.
on their
that's
on
awesome.
this page.
Strike Force guy did last night too.
That's awesome. Yeah, so
It
y'all
all
check
helps
that
me.
out. Go to the Moes Bait and Tackle, Moes Bait and Tackle Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook page. And check him out.
I bought my first crappie stick, and that's the only one I threw right now. And I love it. It's just
I love mine.
it's great, and you don't see them nowhere. It's such a great rod.
Yeah.
that they're not. There's some here and there and yonder, but I mean, for the selection that he's got, you come in here one day and dang, there's 7 empty pegs. And then it's great seeing them.
Yes, sir.
Sell them like they do.
It's awesome. Yep, and it's all because of y'all, and we sure appreciate it, man. We appreciate the support. And, but anyway, I took the old purple pimp out of the pack. But y'all tell me that bait right there ain't beautiful. Look at that thing. And then he's got the clear belly with the gold flake in it. Man, that thing looks good. I think it's gonna catch some fish.
I wanted to do a hot pink like one, something like that with the pink glitter in the belly.
Man, you think about put that neon,
the top.
that neon pink with the clear with the glitter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That bright pink glitter in the bottom.
I don't know what it is about pink. I can take that pink that he's got over there on the shelf that's got that chartreuse tail, and that thing will work perfect.
Yeah.
Down there at the dam. I've never really understood why pink is so good.
I don't know. It's just like the cotton candy.
I
Cotton
gotta make
candy.
more of them.
I mean, that bait right there last spring, Jared, I caught a ton on that joke.
Well, when you go to Missouri and stuff, I got buddies that live out there, and they're like, "Oh, y'all use such dull colors in Georgia," and I'm like, "Huh?" He said, "Yeah, we use like this," and you look at the colors that they use, and it's like, man, I wouldn't even put that on my hook here. I mean, I'm talking about like just a purple, pink, just off the wall colors.
Yeah.
And they said, I mean, he said, man, we couldn't stuff like this.
And that's another thing too, man. People get on TV and they'll watch these companies on their YouTube, and anyway, they'll show, we just say a jerkbait. They'll show a jerkbait on there, and they just annihilate fish with them. But what people down here don't understand is that color and all is made for up north, and then you bring that joker down here, and the fish won't even touch it.
In the muddy water. And you know, smallmouth target in on those bright colors a lot better than largemouth.
And you see a lot of the bait companies are making those real bright, and heard people buy them. You'll catch a fish on them, but they tell you, man, that's a smallmouth killer. Some people say that, and I was like, man, I catch fish on that color all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
But I think you catch a lot of largemouth when they're schooling with the smallmouth and the spots. The spots are real active. I love spot bass fishing.
Yeah.
But and I think that helps you a lot, because you'll get a largemouth that was just in the crowd.
We don't want those out here on this river.
Well, no, they did.
Because our shoal bass, man, we want our shoal bass.
Well, I'll say I fished up at Lake Norman, North Carolina, and the only place you catch largemouth was underneath the dock or in the back of a pond. I fished there for 3 months and didn't catch but like 2 the whole time. Now spots is everywhere.
That's one thing that's been a big Jeff, Mike, the shoal bass deal here below the Warwick Dam with them doing the 12 to 15, you can keep it. 15 to 20, it has to be returned, and you can keep them over 20.
Yeah.
But it's got to be over 20.
Wait, can you only keep one over 20?
That, as far as what I have read, it does not say anything like that. And what I've been told, they did revamp it because they were saying,
confusing.
You know, the new state on shoal bass is 15 inches, but below the dam is the 12 to 15.
Slot, yeah.
It's different, but
that is literally below the Warwick Dam and all the tailwaters in the Florida, right?
Yes,
yeah, it's all the way down.
But anything north
it's
of
15 inches.
the Warwick Dam is 15 inches and up. But from the Warwick Dam all the way into Florida, wherever you catch them below here, is and see, that's another thing that I didn't understand. Okay, the Chattahoochee River is another one of the only other water sources that produces and holds the shoal bass. Okay, so I asked the game warden and couldn't get an answer. All right, so the Flint and the Chattahoochee, where they go down south of the Warwick Dam, what does that entail? So can you still keep them? And he said, well, it's the Flint River only. Well, they go, so I was kind of odd about, you know.
Well, the Flint and the Chattahoochee, they come together, that's Seminole. Yeah, Seminole. So yeah, I understand. I ain't never caught one on Chattahoochee, but I ain't gonna say they ain't no.
I've caught some up there between Columbus and the Fort Benning area.
Shoal bass up there. Yeah.
And I've caught some around just north of Apalachicola.
And I've caught none. I've tried.
Yeah,
they're fun.
Yeah,
they're fun. A lot of people don't know what a shoal bass is.
They look fun.
Yeah.
But I watch everybody around me catching them.
Yeah.
But it's kind of odd that, you know, a 20-inch shoal bass is a big shoal bass.
It is, and that's the reason why I thought, could have swore they said only one over 20. You can keep, is it 5 or is it 5 between the...
You can possess 5 of the black bass species.
Right.
So you can have 5 shoal bass, or you can have 2 shoal bass, 3 largemouth.
Right, I got you. So it's 5 period. Or is it 5 or is it 10?
I thought it was 10 bass total, but only so many. Can
Only 5 of them can be shoal bass. That's
okay,
correct.
that's what
That's
it is.
correct.
Yeah,
That's
so
correct.
it's 10 limit regardless. You know, you're
But
gonna
you
have up
can't
to
possess
5.
more than 5
Right, the rest
shoal
of them
bass.
be largemouth.
I've seen them have 10 shoal bass in the live well
Oh, I
before
know.
they got this.
Yeah, I know, and that draws us back to being responsible and doing the right thing.
But I was down there. I actually netted the state record that the fella caught
right.
down here at the dam. We put it in a cooler in the back of my truck. He didn't. He was he's a pest control guy around here, and he was excited, but he caught it on a small crappie jig.
Yep.
Didn't realize he had a state record. He tied the state record with the guy from Chattahoochee River.
Yep.
Mr. Wheeler's his name.
Yep.
But that was pretty cool knowing. I said, well, I wish it was me, but hey, you know, I went down there and I netted it for him, and we got the biologists and everything showed up down here at the dam and took a fin clipping to make sure that it was a true shoal bass, but it was a little over 8 pounds, which is a monster shoal bass.
Yeah, good shoal bass. Honestly, I think it's gonna get beat again. What do you think? Because they some
with
giants.
them doing which I don't know that they can really do the enforcement to keep it, but the honest people that are gonna throw them back between 15 and 20.
Right.
It'll help.
You're gonna have a bunch of fish in that 18, 20, 21 inch range, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you don't catch them as often, but yeah, I believe there's a chance of because that biologist that came down is actually one of the ones that comes over and does the shocking.
Oh, okay.
And he said that, you know, we've never gotten one over 7.5 pounds when we shot, but he goes, we knew that this river had a chance of being the state record.
I think so. I think it's gonna get beat.
He beat it by an ounce or two, but I think you got to be 4 ounces. It's a certain amount that you got to be over.
Yeah.
So they made him a tie for the state record.
Right. Yeah.
But I think it's going to be. I give it a couple years. I think it'll be broke.
I think so.
And it may have been broke, and somebody didn't know, like Mr. Clark. He knew it was big, but he had no clue that it was going to be a state record.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Well,
heck, the one that Flint caught down there, wasn't last year, the year before, I think it was. It was 8.2, 8.2, I think it was.
And
so,
you don't know what it would have been on you go put it on the certified scale like we did this one, and it may have been a little.
Yeah, cause he took her. I went down there with D scales, and then he took her. I think his was 8.3 and mine said 8.2. But anyway, he took her from there up there to Salt Lake and weighed them on the registered scales and all, and I think it wound up being, it was either 8.2 or 8.3, I can't remember.
And it's funny walking in the store, you calling them, know you're coming, and people there at the meat market, they're looking at you. You got a fish flopping around the bag. They don't know what you're doing, but that's good to have these little small town stores around here.
Flint put her back too.
Yeah.
So, but so she's still out there. So yeah, I think it's gonna get beat again.
Hard for them to get bigger when you keep taking them on.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I was catching the largemouth down there, I would bring them up here to let Jeff see them, put them in my cooler, 5, 6, 7 pound largemouth.
Yep.
He'd weigh them, and I'd go put them back in the water, and you'd look at people's faces that, you know, the people that don't catch them all the time down there catfishing. Man, I sure would have taken her home. I said, that bad girl was going back. It's good to see. I mean, that river amazes me about the quality largemouth that you can catch in that river.
Yeah.
They get to schooling and hitting them, man. You see those bluegill shoot out of the water, and it's like boom. I mean, if you can get the bait out there to them, and you got the right look, man, they hitting it like crazy. But Mike was down there. I got him down there, and he couldn't believe. All of a sudden, and you know it's largemouth. It's not shoal bass. It's largemouth. You see them come out of the water. A bluegill will shoot 2 feet out of the water. That bass didn't hit him. Yeah. Mike's just looking at me.
I'm guessing I got about a 7 pounder. I didn't weigh it, but
to me it felt about, you know, it was 6 to 7 pounds because I've caught enough of them down there. But then what's so cool about it down there is your smaller bass are just so football
like
shaped.
Football. Yeah.
Man, they're just. I mean, They're not your skinny fish. They got plenty of food, and hopefully it gets back like it was a couple of years ago down there.
Yeah, I hope so.
It's just
well,
like
like you said, the water being jacked up so much.
well, I caught a 13-pound striper this year. Well, in November, October.
Yeah.
Mike's wife caught
Probably
a big
10.
one, and
I didn't. But if
Like I
Now,
said-
what'd you catch that striper on, Jared?
I caught it on a
Crush
mare,
City Mare, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Crush City
Okay.
Mare.
Oh, okay.
The
With a hybrid hook.
Yeah.
BMC.
Oh, okay.
BMC hybrid hook.
They bought me out there in the weekend. I mean, every jig head, every minute. I was pouring them and putting them in my pockets.
It was that one there.
Oh, okay.
Now they got the new 2.5 out.
Yeah, they got the smaller one.
Oh, Crush City, yep.
That's the 3-inch in there.
Yeah, that right there is the one they've been catching the stripers down there below the Wart Dam on right there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about 2 foot of water. I was getting ready to start speed reeling it and pull it up, throw it again, and I mean, he hit it, and
He was running out there.
he just ran. It was like, uh-oh. But me and David, Mike were down there. I mean, we probably would have had, what, 4 or 5 people's limits?
Yeah, pretty good, yeah.
What is the limit on striper?
15.
You keep 15.
Striper, white bass, hybrid.
Now hybrid's got a stipulation in there. Don't it? Ain't some of them got to be a certain size?
Not below the
I
name.
don't know.
Not below
Yes,
the,
it is
well,
good
unless
thing I
they
should
just
know
change
all
it.
Yeah.
But like the white bass, you can have a mixture. You can have 15. They can be, a mix or 15 white bass. But the black bass don't, that limit don't incur with the. So you can have if you want 10 largemouth, then you can have your 15 whites or stripers.
yeah. Yeah, I just thought I had read somewhere where there was like a stipulation you're gonna have one over 20 inches or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I know, Mr. Danny a couple of years ago caught that during just massive striper down there on a little crappie jig. He was fishing the wall where the water.
Yeah.
He caught a big one down there. It was well over 25 pounds.
That's weird how that works. You down there fishing for crappie, catch the state record shoal bass. Down there fishing for brim, catch a freaking 30-pound striper. That's usually the way it goes,
well,
man. It ain't like they
My
target.
biggest Appaloosa I ever caught was on a little bitty 4 brim hook with a pink worm. Brim fishing.
Yeah.
21 pounds last year. And it's like, I thought I had a sucker because them old red horse grabbed that worm, and man, I set the hook, and I had 10-pound line and just a medium spinning rod, bass rod.
Yeah.
Because when you got to get them up out of there, and I set the hook, and I was like, oh, got a sucker. When I finally got it down there, it was a big old flathead.
Nice.
I ate that little pink worm.
A little pink worm. That's right. But,
I mean, we've had them come in there, and you catch a small brim, and you're bringing him in, and they'll grab it, or the guard grab it.
Yeah.
But he ate a worm.
yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna wrap this thing up. And, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, looking at these new baits and all. But like I said, y'all get with Mr. Mike if y'all interested in ordering some of these new colors and new baits he's got out here. And I'll leave the address and everything and phone number, and so y'all can get a hold to him if you want to. But yeah, y'all give Mr. Mike a shot over here. Y'all give him a call, and if y'all are looking for something, especially a certain type color or something, they can pull them. Him and Jared.
I love just going over there to the shop and
just
messing with it.
Yeah.
Me and Jude love. He wants to go. Hey, Mr. Mike pouring baits tonight? Yeah, we'll go over there. So it's neat watching the colors go together.
That's
you
right.
know, like that
That's
nuclear chicken. If you saw what each color looked like before you laminate it,
Yeah.
you would you wouldn't think that was gonna be a good bait.
Be a good bait, yeah. But that thing turned out good though. That's what it's all about, experimenting.
It changes. I mean, you know, if you want it real bright, then you got to go super bright, because like the black and yellow there, that black is a jet black, and that yellow don't look nothing like that before, because that yellow is the same green. It's a green color that's in that nuclear chicken. It's the same exact color.
And just when you shoot them together, it turns.
It changes it.
That's right. Well, you know, that's like that one right there. The pearlback chartreuse, that was an accident.
Yeah.
You know, and that turned out to be a freaking awesome color, man.
Yeah, it's a great color.
But yeah, I think a lot of these, especially this dreamsicle, man, I can't wait to use that joker.
And the dreamsicle is like you said, you take the cotton candy and your sprue, you melt it out,
Yeah.
you get the one color, and then you melt the adrenaline junkie to get the lighter color, so you don't have any waste. Those
right.
two colors made the dreamsicle.
Yeah.
So
as long as you writing these formulas down, you're all right.
He has got them wrote down.
Yeah,
Now. He knows.
yeah,
but like I said, you don't have to have a formula for the
Right.
dreamsicle, as long as you got your formula right for other two.
Yeah.
A lot of people take those and throw them in the trash can, and some of them you can't do nothing with. Like
Right.
the black, you know, if the black in that one there, if
Yeah.
you melt it together, you're gonna get black. You're
That's
not gonna
right.
get any other color.
That's right.
It's gonna super exceed itself.
That's right, exactly. Yep. Well, all right, y'all. Look at here. I appreciate it. Mr. Jared appreciates it, and I know Mr. Mike does. All the support we're getting out there. That's awesome. And it's been tough on me for the past 4 days. I ain't gonna lie. It's cold weather and all, but we're gonna get back out of them tomorrow and see what we can do with them. Maybe we can catch a few fish anyway. But I just want to come up here today and do this video up here at the shop and let y'all see these new colors and everything. But yeah, y'all give Mr. Mike a call, and he sure appreciate the support. And I appreciate everybody that subscribed to my channel. And if you hadn't already subscribed to my channel, if you like it, just hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button, and don't forget to share the videos. It sure helps me out a lot on my channel. So, but I am just to get together the giveaway for the 1,000 subscriber mark. So I ain't forgot about it, and I am gonna do it. Just been busy trying to do other things here, but I'm fixing to get that thing together, and we're gonna do it up here at the shop. So I'm thinking about doing it live. I don't know about that yet. This YouTube thing's still kind of new to me, so, but we are gonna start some podcasts, and we're gonna get things set up for that and talk about different subjects and all. It's out there about the crappie, the brim, and all that good stuff, and bass fishing and the whole 9 yards. So anyway, I appreciate it, y'all, and I hope everybody out there has a blessed day, and Lord willing, see y'all on the water.